Hello, another week, another video.
Blustery one.
A
Very
little bit
autumnal.
chilly as well.
Early morning cruise to get through a lot before closure. More of that in a video in a couple of weeks' time.
Yay!
So this week's video
Dun dun dun!
has
Huddlesford.
got, I was going to say, sorry, early in the morning rain, not quite working properly yet.
Google head, Google head.
Not that it ever does anyway, hey ho.
Yeah. Once you go round.
So Huddlesford Heritage Gathering, lots of historic boats, great weekend trading, nice to catch up with lots of traders, and sadly saying goodbye to the Hippy Boat as it was their final weekend. Then we did a long couple of days over from Huddlesford Gathering to Paul Barber's yard for the boat to come out of the water.
Wasn't it just a very long day?
And then, yes, the boat came out of the water for blacking. So quite a lot in this week's video. Hope you find it helpful, informative in some places maybe.
Cool. So, hello, how are we? Nice to see you. Sorry, I'm been really paying attention to what I'm doing. Going in a straight line.
Thank you to all our subscribers and everyone else who came to visit us at Huddlesford and that has supported us all year.
Yeah, that's a hint for me to push them.
Well, it wasn't actually.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's going to go on to say we have now organised some Christmas, land-based Christmas markets, so the dates are below. So if you want to come and see us at some of them, it'd be great to see you.
No way.
Too much energy first thing in the morning.
I've saved it up all night, really, I have. Recharged the batteries.
So now you can do your bit.
So push the button, ring the bell, it's free to the world and crazy people like me.
Put any comments below and we'll get back to you when we can, and we'll see you at the end.
See ya.
Here we go, finished results, just waiting for them to cool down before we eat them, but someone's making the most of the crumbs on the tray. Don't blame him. The weather's been kind to us after a really wet week. We've got beautiful weather today here at Huddlesford Gathering of Boats. Got cheese aboard here, cheese boat and all things cheesy. Burnt on board here, all items made on the boat. Breakfast time.
Bacon butter.
Got Heidi on the pirate boat here.
Okay.
Got Starcraft here as well. And then lots of historic boats all down this side of the canal as well. Really good to see so many historic boats here this weekend as well. It's amazing the difference it makes with the work boats being empty. When they're fully laden, they sit very low in the water, all the way down to where that number 3 is. Got these trikes here as well, so it's not just boats, there's vehicles here too. And then lots of gazebos with various canal societies, tents. Lichfield Canal have obviously got their big display up. In the waterways they've got their gazebo, so I'm going to see if they've got some stickers that we can put in our window. Got a Shire horse here too, Ebony I believe her name is. Here we've got Coddiwomple cake boat and the lovely Emily. We're going to get some delicious Rocky Road off of her. And we've got another trader with a name almost as much of a mouthful as ours, Chilligibbons Stringed Things. Fantastic range of ukuleles and guitars made out of alternative items.
Morning. That's the first.
It is, isn't it?
How are we doing?
Beautiful morning, isn't
What
it?
a fantastic day for September.
Heading towards the end of, in fact.
Oh, is it that late of the month already? You mean it's time for me to be amused again in a couple of days?
25th of September?
Is it pinch punch?
Not
first
yet,
of the
not
month?
yet, not yet.
I get abused. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and
He
then I
never
forget about it, and then she slaps me.
And then
wrong.
he gets upset because I get him.
Yeah. Anyway, so what have we been up to this weekend? Well, it was Huddlesford, down on the Coventry, and we've met a whole pile of new people. We've caught up with a whole pile of subscribers. Aye, Captain. Sorry, sun's in the eyes while moving, as you can see. So we've had a busy weekend.
We have, and we don't normally leave a festival. We normally have Monday to recover, don't we?
Yeah.
But we're on a bit of a mission.
Finished trading, and we started moving straight away.
Up to Fradley last night.
Because we're going to see the legendary Paul Barback.
Boats coming out of the water on Wednesday for two packing.
If you flip back to May last year, was it? 2 years last year?
Last year, yeah.
We took the boat out and we blacked it. And I hear you say, well, you don't need to be doing it for at least another year and a half, 2 years, depending, because like maximum's 4 years. But we've turned around and like we had a couple of like corrosion bits on the bottom of the base plate. We took videos because like somebody had turned around and advised us that like it could be because they're clearing the water and the bacterial that's in the water. But we took it to Paul. Paul turned around and said, you'll be alright, but it needs doing within the next, what was it?
2 years.
2 years. So slotted in at the first available opportunity, which was almost 18 months down the line. And so that's what we're doing. We did a quick flit of an hour and a half into almost the dark last night, up to Fradley Junction, and there was a beautiful picture that Tash took as she got into the lock. And we've had an early start this morning. So we're now on the Trenton Mersey. We've just come out of Fradley Lock by the marina, and we're just heading down towards Ulrus. Is it Ulrus?
It is.
No, Whitesnore, is it? That's what the next lock is, I think.
Right, okay, yeah, but it's on the edge of Ulrus, isn't
But
it?
we're heading down to Ulrus. We're going to continue on and try and get to Willington and Bray, touching wood. You'd be surprised they can get solved that one. Try and stop at Willington. We were very kindly given some helping hand to get the van, so we turn around and have
thank
the
you,
van
Pauline and Chris, for
Bradley.
helping us with the van last night.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
And I've got the bike on, so guess what I'm doing once we've finished the day? A 12-13 mile bike ride back, and not along the towpath. It's a road bike, not a mountain bike. So we're doing a 12-13 mile bike ride, and then we've got to pack up from being trading yesterday, so we tidied the boat up. It's just a very, very busy day.
And then tomorrow we'll head down to Shardlow, onto the River Trent, so hoping we don't get too much rain overnight tonight, and up to the Error Wash and to Sheep Stores. And then we're going to catch the train back to Willington from Long Eaton to get the van and spend the week in the van.
Yeah, charging around doing other silly things. But watch this space, it's only going to get better. So, is that it? I don't have to push a button thing about sharing for everybody. Oh, okay.
No, we're not doing that bit at the moment.
Okay. I don't know what's going on, really. All lives in your own little world.
Certainly does. Anyway, we'll record anything that's worth seeing on the trip, take you with us, and hopefully, like I say, Trent will be kind to us and we can do a bit of video on there tomorrow.
Will that be me falling in again?
Oh, please don't. Please don't say things like that.
I haven't done it recently.
Exactly, so please don't say things like that. Yes, make the most of this beautiful day.
Yeah, come along for the ride and let's see what we see. Hopefully something nice apart from Tash. See ya.
We're at lock number 10 on the Trent Mersey now, Barton Turns lock. And you can just see the poor state some of these locks are in. The state of this lock gate. Not sure if this one's on the winter closures list or not, but it certainly needs doing sooner rather than later. We're here at Branston Lock. We did have a notification through from CRT at the end of last week to say that there are issues with the lock. There's only one paddle working, and the paddle that's working is very slow because there's stuff stuck behind it. So to expect a queue. We have got got 2 boats in front of us to go down, and there's 3 boats the other side to come up, and apparently it's taking about an hour to get through at the moment, so could be in for a bit of a rest now whilst we wait for our turn. As you can see, the sky is getting darker now and it is quite windy, but we have just decided instead of stopping at Willington, we're going to push on and get all the way to Shardlow if we can today, because the weather forecast for tomorrow is not great, but it is supposed to be dry until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if that's correct, if we can get our backsides out of bed in the morning, we could get the Trent done before the rain arrives, which would be really good. So it could be a long day today and an early start tomorrow, but it'll be worth it to avoid the horrible weather conditions that are coming in. So we'll keep you posted as to how we get on. So the good thing about there being so many boats here when we got here is it's only taken 40 minutes to get through.
And a silly stick.
Yes, we had to have a silly stick to prop the gate open a bit so that we could get some water into the lock, but it worked.
Speed up the process.
Yeah, so
But we've got it
onwards.
all again next week.
Yeah, we just hope the lock survives a
Enjoy
bit
your
longer.
day, keep safe. Thanks a lot. Be careful.
And we can get back up next week, but nothing we can do about that. We'll have to wait and see at the time.
Pray there's several people.
Yes. Onwards to Burton.
Here
And then
we go.
Shardlow. Maybe some fish and chips. We've made it down to Shardlow, down to Derwentmouth Lock. Took us just over an hour. It's been showers, it hasn't been constant rain, so that's good. Got the buoyancy aid on now, ready to go out on the river. Paul's down the lock, so let's go down and just check those all important markers out on the mouth of the lock. Despite the rain we've had recently, you can see the water level is well below the green marker, which is a safe one. So it's more than okay to carry on. Let's hope those clouds don't dump their contents on us as we go along, because that'd be a bit miserable. But it's nice and still, perfect conditions really. As you can see, we have put our rear cover back up again because we haven't got any more low bridges to go under now, so we will have a bit of protection if the clouds do dump their contents on us.
Morning!
We have got a good friend Tanya who's currently trekking up Kilimanjaro as well. And by our workings out, she'll be at Shearer Camp possibly either yesterday or today, which is normally the wet day when you're doing Killy. So we thought we'd dedicate today to her as well.
Hi Tanya.
Hope you're having a fantastic time. Just as we're going down with mouth lock, the clouds have decided to dump their contents on us. Hopefully it won't be like this the whole way across. We're not the only ones enjoying this wet day on the move. There is another boat coming towards us now. We've got on the river. Really didn't expect to see that today. Just approaching the entrance to the Erewash Canal. I said it last time, I forget how quick this jump is from Shardlow to Erewash.
You need to turn it down if you want to see.
See some blue bits in the sky behind us as well.
Say again?
See some blue bits in the sky behind us as well, which is a bonus.
I haven't been singing, I'm sorry.
So there is a new chandelier that's opened up just here somewhere as well, so we're going to find that whilst we're here. Some friends and customers of ours in Gashroot Basin told us about it. It's friends of theirs that set it up. See the power station there behind me now. I've turned round. So yes, the weather was reasonably kind to us in the end, which was good. Let's just hope it's the same next week for the return journey. All of a sudden it just got a bit busy. There's a boat coming the other way from the Nottingham direction. The boat has come up the Saw. See if we're all going the same way. The one from up the Saw looks like it's definitely going the same way. I think the one coming from Nottingham might be coming straight down onto the... Oh no, he's turning as well. So, go to the lock then. That's okay. Might have to stop for coffee and cake at the cafe. And there's some very late ducklings here as well. Didn't usually see them that small this late in the season. Hopefully they're not going to follow me into the lock. Last of the preparations are coming out of the water for blacking, because we're being too packed and shot blasted. We've had to tape up all the windows and the mushroom vents so we don't get too much dust in the boat. Move the breakables off of the side onto the sofa so they're protected. And then we've got all our bags packed ready to move into the van for the week. Lots of activity here in the yard at the moment, moving stuff around, getting the trailer ready to bring our boat out. And the manoeuvring continues so that we can get on to that trailer. Right, okay. This is very nerve-wracking. Here we go, out of the water, ready for some TLC. You can see the anodes here. So they're fine, we won't be replacing them. We don't use electrical hookups very often. In fact, we haven't used electrical hookups since we left the marina. So we're not using much of our anodes up. You can see on this blacking, we only did it 18 months ago. We rolled it on as advised, but it hasn't gone into all the pits. So we've got quite a lot of damage on there, so Paul's going to sort all that out for us and then epoxy it all. He's also going to do the base plate because there was issues with the base plate. I'll see if I can get under there. And that's what the underneath looks like. We've got a big bare patch here where all the paint's come off completely, possibly because it hadn't cured properly, although we had left it for 48 hours when we got on. When we went back in the water last time, we then went straight on the tidal Trent and it's pulled the paint off. This is the damage that can happen to a prop when you collide with a shopping trolley under the water. Bit battered. So some bad news regarding our base plate, but as long as we monitor it, it's all repairable. Hello, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found some of it interesting or helpful with regards to boat coming out of the water in preparation for blacking, protecting yourselves from all the dust coming in.
We've learned something else new.
Yeah, we were thankful that friends of ours had come out of the water earlier in the year and had advised us about taping everything up inside.
Well, I wasn't just meaning about the tape. I was meaning about blacking and how it comes off on salt water.
And even though we had let it cure for 48 hours in between coats and before going back in, it still did come off.
Work into the holes with the brush, don't just roller it.
It just goes to show that it's really important to take your boat out regularly so that you can see what's going on below the waterline, which will be coming out again in May next year.
Talking of the waterline, it's coming down already.
It is. So we're going to come out again in May next year, so Paul can check it again and just see how that fitting's hopefully not progressing on the base plate. There's more than one Paul in the world, you know.
Oh, okay. More important ones.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We really do appreciate all of your support. Next week,
I was just about to say,
again.
No, I wasn't. I was actually for once going to say, don't miss next week.
Yeah. So next week,
terrified.
Yes, me being terrified.
Voluntary work.
Yep. So yeah, again, something a bit different next week. So hope you join us.
Underwater though.
Yeah.
We're not running away. And there was one other.
I don't know, but whilst I think about it, I've put all the links below for all the trading boats that were at Huddlesford if you're interested in seeing any of their products, and for the Lichfield and Hatharton Canal Society as well.
But what we can't remember, you'll just have to watch and see next week. Push that button, ring that bell. It's free to you, to Tash, to the people that have done the boat, and well, all your friends and family. Share us, care us, join us.
See you next week. Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.